Shameless.
United in the Europa League, Europa League. Let me tell them one time.
What's going on, people? Welcome to United View and welcome to the home of Real Betis, the Estadio Benito Villamarin here in Seville. We're here ahead of the game, of course, and we're going to take a behind-the-scenes looks, flex crashes. This is what we do here at United View whenever we're able to give you that unseen footage, that up close and personal footage. We're going to learn a little bit about the history of Real Betis today with an exclusive tour and an exclusive look behind the scenes. Let's get in there and have a look. Let's go! So we are here at the trophy room here at Betis at the Estadio at the Benito Villamarin. Yes, people, so we're here at the trophy room at the Benito Villamarin Stadium here at Betis, and I tell you what, they've got some hefty silverware. I'm not gonna lie, they've got some big silver. They've got some trophies as well that I think are possibly the biggest trophies I've ever seen in my life, and I'm not lying to you. Remember when we went to Josh? Where was it? It was Atletico. They had some big ones actually.
That was like a shit.
Oh yeah, maybe that. Yeah, that was peak. That was peak. But I don't know. This one over here is looking a bit mad. But what they have got: Copa del Rey, 1977. Copa del Rey again, 2005. Which Joaquin, he was playing. He was in the team even then, and he's still in it now. They've got a league title from the 1934-1935 season, and the most recent one, which you can see behind me as well, of the replay of how they got there. 2022 Copa del Rey champions, and again. Joaquin, 41 years of age, played at Old Trafford last week, and he's still playing now. And you know his hunger to win is still there. They won a title just only last year, beating Valencia and beating their arch rivals Sevilla here as well to knock them out. We are joined by Teresa, who's been amazing to us, taking us around the stadium. I just had to ask you, this one here, so big. Where is it from? What's the deal with that?
Okay, so. These trophies here, which are bigger, these are from the 70s, from the 60s, and they are more related to friendly matches or summer tournaments, pre-season that we used to do. So for example, this is the Carranza Trophy, and this used to be a huge thing in Spain. To win this, it was like to win the league. Everyone went out to the streets to receive the team. So yeah, we used to do these huge tournaments with different champions of the league, guest teams. So sadly, we don't do this anymore. But as you can see, they are like a masterpiece. So they are very big.
It's huge. You said how heavy did you say it was again?
I would say 15 kilos or so to lift them. So at
15
least
kilos.
you need a few people to lift this.
Exactly. That's why there's like handles all around it. And this is like a similar one as well. Very similar.
These are related to the city of Sevilla. Because, for example, this one is the Ciudad de Sevilla Trophy. Used to be a Sevilla Betis each year. And this was from the not only Sevilla Betis, but all the villages nearby, all the different teams, but it used to be more local. So it's the same as that one. We don't do this anymore, but this used to be a huge thing because now we are more commercial. We have the league, the UEFA, but back in these years, it was like a huge thing to have these trophies.
Imagine it. I was saying, you know, the World Cup's obviously the little gold thing. Yeah, it's nice. You're holding the world in your hand, but the World Cup needs to look like something like this. That's what I was going to say. And over here, Teresa, from the most recent Cup triumph at Betis, 2022, Joaquin there, kissing that very trophy over there. Which player do we have? We have Miranda here, but talk to us about what this is and the commemoration, isn't it?
All right, so everything you have here is related to the final we had last year against Valencia. And you have the shirt and the boots of Miranda because Miranda was the player that did the last penalty. We went to penalties with Valencia and he did the last one. But it's very special for us because Miranda shared a picture like he was a kid when we won the King's Cup in 2005. So it was very special, like a fun as Betis supporters since you were a child to do the last penalty. Joaquin was a legend to him. So it's very emotional for us that Miranda could get to do the last goal for
That is insane. He's literally grown up in the stands. He was a fan the last time they won this trophy, and then he takes the final spot kick to bring it home for Betis, like you said, with his legend who he looked up to. Joaquin, and also a homegrown player coming through the youth academy as well. So it's huge for the club, huge.
That's it. So we hope that Miranda is the next Joaquin,
Joaquin,
and that
play till he's 42.
That's it, until he wants to. So we hope that, that he stays with us, and we love to have players that have that passion for the club, that want to stay here and to fight for more titles.
Amazing. And just lastly, before we move out from here to see the rest of the stadium, this is actually the original trophy, right? This is the trophy they actually held up last year. I won't touch it because I don't want to get in trouble with the judge. But
If you want,
yeah.
you can lift it. Do you want to?
Yes, I do. They tell me not to do this, but this is different. It's not, man. I'm allowed to do this. Right, I feel like... it's not that heavy, is it?
No. Careful.
Whoa. I tell you what, silverware. That's what it feels like. This is heavy. Heavy. Yeah, Joaquin's stronger than me. Very strong. Wow, look at that. This is the actual Copa del Rey. And it is heavy, definitely. It's definitely heavier than the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, 100%. Not that I've held them, but I can tell by looking. But that is amazing. And also, you can see the previous winners because you have it for 3 years and then you give it back to La Liga, right?
So until a club can keep this in property, you have to add plates with the names of the winners. So we had, before this, Valencia.
Yeah.
Before Valencia, Barça won and could keep the cup. So you start all over again. So it was Valencia, Real Sociedad, Barça, and now us. So they will add our plate, but we will have to give this back to the Spanish Federation of Football, and they will send us the replica. So, we can keep the cup in property when we win 3 times in a row.
Oh, you have to earn the right to be able to have it forever, right?
That's it. You have to win 3 consecutive times, or to have 5.
Oh, 3 consecutive. You have to win 3 in a row.
Or 5 in total. So
Right,
until when we win the 5th one,
Yes.
very soon,
How many you got now? 3?
we have 3. So the 5th one
Okay.
is ours in property.
And she's speaking it into the atmosphere. Okay, let's take a look around. Let's see what else there is. Let's go.
Betis comes from the name that the river used to have before the Muslims. When Muslims came to Spain, the river was called Guadalquivir. But when Romans were here, it was Betis River. And actually, if you go to Triana, maybe the last time you both were here, maybe you've visited, we have a neighborhood called Triana, and the street nearby the river is called Betis Street, because the previous name
So, okay,
of
that
the
is
river.
insane. I had no idea. I didn't know that, like, Muslim people came was after the Romans, did you say? But no, before.
We have Muslims here for 800 years or so. So that's why we have many, you will see the architecture, so many words that come from them. So they changed the name of the river, but before it was that name.
Oh, and Betis was born.
They took, And actually, balompié is football in Spanish.
Oh, Sevilla Balompié.
Yeah. The first name that they had was Sevilla Balompié, not Betis.
So you had to change. Okay.
No, it was. It was not change. It was when they began. They were student teams, and it was Sevilla Balompié. There were another student team in the city called Betis Football Club. So these student teams start to reorganize. So they say, okay, guys, let's join. Let's mix our clubs. So they chose to keep Betis and Balompié. And Balompié was because they said, okay, football comes from England, but we're not English, so please, let's have...
We'll change it, yeah, we'll spice it up a little bit.
Spanish word, so literal is the literal translation. Balón is ball and pie is foot. So, for example, we are the only team in the national football that has the Balompié name. The others are football with the Spanish accent and another way to write it.
Football, yeah.
But we are the only one who keeps the Balompié, the only team.
That is insane. See, a lot of history coming from Betis. Know your history. That is why we do it. That means that Betis are the originators. They're the first. They are the first. So what else do we have here? We've got the World Cup as well? What's that?
Yeah, we had a replica because we have 2 Betis players that were
World
there
Cup
with
winners.
Argentina.
Oh, yes, of course.
You have Petzela and Guido Rodriguez. They are Betis players,
Yes.
and they are in the Argentina team.
Did they get like a hero's welcome when they came back to train and everybody
So
clapping?
actually,
Everybody.
the next league match after the World Cup, when they came back, the whole people here in the stadium clapped at them and gave them the welcome that they
We did a similar thing at Old Trafford where Lisandro Martinez walked onto the pitch and got his medal, and that's good. It's good to see. And I think at Brighton with Alexis McAllister, they did the same thing. They kind of parade him, and it's nice to see. I didn't realise there was two Betis players in that squad. So there you go. And see, look, this is what I mean about the World Cup. Yeah, I know this is a replica, but when you actually think about the World Cup, it's not that nice. Like just the actual design of the.
other ones, right?
It should be like this. It should be massive and need about 10 guys or women to pick it up. That's what it should do. So this is just like a timeline of different goals or different.
That's it. It's a timeline through the history of the club. Like I told you, since the moment it was founded in 1907 till the 100 years in 2007. But we have this, so we cannot see it.
Oh.
And in the screens, what you have, this is for the final, the Copa del Rey 2005, in 1977, the league, other moments. And that ceramic on the wall is also very, very special.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is this? This looks very historic, very important. It looks like probably the most important thing in his room.
This is to commemorate a match, but not from Betis, from the Spanish team. Because in 1983, we won Malta, the island next to Italy.
Yes, little Malta, small island, yeah.
We won them by 12-1.
12-1?
In 1983 here. So Spain needed like 11 goals to pass the next round. Malta did the first one, and then we did 12.
Did Malta do that on purpose, or are you sure it's okay?
We don't know how it happened, or how was it, but it's very special because it happened here. So this was a gift for all the Beticos, the Betis supporters, for us to remember and to keep this in the museum. Yeah.
12-1. That's got to be a record. This must be players gifting their shirts, their boots, etc., etc.
That's it. So here we are some of the main shirts. Our colors are green and white, and many people think that they are because the Betis is a club for the south of Spain, Andalusia, and our flag is green, white, and green. But the truth is, the idea came from Celtic of Glasgow.
I was just, as you were saying, I was thinking, I bet it's Celtic. Yeah, is that so? They did get their inspiration from there.
That's it, because football came from England.
Yes.
So the first founders, they said, okay, let's travel there and get some ideas. So they visited Celtic of Glasgow, and they said, okay, they have their colors. It's a nice idea, so let's take it.
I know, so it could have been Leyton Orient. That's club in England. That's green as well. Yeovil green. There's quite a few green teams actually. Wow, I didn't know that. I suspected, but I wasn't too sure, because obviously it's the stripes as well.
Actually, that shirt, for example,
because that's literally like a Celtic shirt, right?
This was a special shirt for a one-day match to celebrate Andalusia Day.
What's that?
It's we have like a bank holiday.
Oh yes.
For the region, the south of Spain, Andalusia, and it's exactly our flag. It's green, white, and green. So it's very similar.
Are the stripes always vertical and never like this, like how Celtic is?
Normally vertical.
Right.
Stripes, and for this day it was special. We did like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you have solid green, a few times, but usually stripes so that's why this one's quite special, because it's literally like the hoops.
This is for the 100 years of history. So Betis was created in 1907. In 2007,
they made this one.
That's it. But the curiosity is that this was only used during a presentation match here at home against Milan, AC Milan, to celebrate the one.
Also, they did play in it for one game.
They did play with this, but only for one game.
Yes,
and then
just to commemorate.
They went back to normal shirts, because imagine the whole season with this.
This is an actual, look like they're going to dinner, you know?
You can have it like a casual dinner, you can wear it.
Yeah.
That's it.
This one's really nice. It's like a different type of one.
Very, very special. This is the members' shirt. Because during the pandemic, the COVID-19, they, in spite of closed door matches, reduced seats, they continue to support the club. They made donations, so as a way to thank these people for the support, we decided to create a shirt with the names of every single person. So
I didn't even see that. I don't know how. Can you get this close to us?
Names of people.
The names of all the members who have been supporting the club. That is insane. I didn't even see it, because from far you don't know. When you look close, wow. Imagine how long it must take to find your name on there.
There's people that haven't found themselves. It's impossible.
In 3 years.
You need at least 3 or 4 days, a loop. Yeah. A very special player that we had, his name is Mickey Roque, and he died from a pelvis cancer.
Oh, okay.
So after a few months of the diagnosis, he retired from the club. So that's why he was the number 26 in every match here in Betis, in the minute 26,
that's
we
brilliant.
have an image of him and we do some tribute to him because he was very special for us.
Yeah, so to have his boots here as well to commemorate his time here and what he achieved.
Here in Betis, people show, it's not only players, so we get really, I don't know how to say it, we're very fond of every single player. So yeah, they are very special for us. So Pellegrini.
Mr. Pellegrini, Manchester City. But he's okay now. It's Betis now. He's fine. He's fine.
And for example, Patrick O'Connell was an Irish coach, and he got us the league, and he was one of the founders of the club. So he's very special for us. We get here in the tours many Irish people because of Patrick O'Connell.
Because of him. Wow. Yes, that is 1935.
Just to let you know, that guy was Manchester United captain in 1914.
He was United camp in 40.
1914.
In 1914, he even played for Manchester United. See, so there's the link. There you go. Thank you for that. 1914, he was actually Manchester United captain. I think I didn't know that. I wasn't born then, so I know I look a bit old. But interesting that the Irish connection, a little bit of Manchester United connection as well, to bring them their first La Liga. Is that the only La Liga that they've won?
Yeah.
Wow, so won the league one time, 1935. So imagine if they could win it again. Wow, that would be amazing. Another interesting thing, before we get to the rest of the stadium, is that the players will actually pull up out there into the museum. This is the museum as you've seen. They're going to walk through here, which is where the mix zone is, and their changing room is going to be to the right-hand side, and the left-hand side is going to be the Betis changing room, which we're going to go into right now. So although we're in where the tours would be, this is actually where the players come into the stadium and go to their respective dressing rooms, and this is the Real Betis changing rooms. Wow, this is massive, huge. All the players got their individual stations to change. Obviously, William Carvalho there, they've signed it as well, and they've got the pictures of themselves. Here he is, the Betis GOAT, Mr. Joaquin, 41 years young, still looks fresh. And it's very spacious. We haven't seen the Manchester United dressing room yet, but I bet it doesn't look as good as this, as the away team. It's absolutely huge. And you know what? It's very spacious, very airy as well. I can't believe how big it is. Nice. Apart from if you're sitting there, maybe. So Edgar and Abena, maybe can't really see, but they'll be good. You know what I'm saying? They've got a Rodri there, Cruz. It's Bruno. It's Bruno. It's amazing.
In the case of Bruno, it was that he was born with a disease, and his mother donated her kidney to him to survive. So he got over that. He's better. He's now perfect. So as ¿cómo se dice una historia de superación? Like every time we have visits to hospitals, we have acts, events, he comes with us and gives the positive message.
That is amazing.
It's possible to overcome the disease or to have a positive view.
So he's like an ambassador, not only of Betis, but of life as well, of surviving, of And how old is he? 6, 7?
I think he's 9 years old.
Wow.
So yeah.
What a champion! That's an amazing story. Actually, that's something we should. I don't know. I haven't been in our dressing room for a while, but that's something Manchester United should look at. And
Here in Betis, our foundation has strong labor because, for example, we had a couple of weeks ago the most inclusive match because we had thousands of people with disabilities to be able to come here to the match, blind people. So it's very special for us to do this work and help people to enjoy football like everyone else.
And this feeds into what I was saying earlier to one of your colleagues, that it's a family club. It's one thing is trophies and glitz and glamour and stuff like that, but what does the football do in the community? What does the football do for the people of Spain? And this football club, literally, this young man has proved he can, champion through life, but also his boyhood club, which I suppose is Betis as well, has supported him to do that. And he literally has a space in the change room with his heroes.
Yeah, that's it. And he's actually very funny.
Yeah,
Because,
he looks very cheeky.
yeah, because his presentation, he's like a football player. So in the break against Barca, it was his presentation, and he always jumps with a superhero cap and
his little
eyes. Yeah, so he believes he's a superhero. So
He is a superhero. Yeah,
it's always the cap, and he goes like this in the.
I want to meet him. Is he coming tomorrow?
I hope so.
Oh.
I hope so. Normally, he's here for many events, for many things. So don't get strange, because he probably will be here tomorrow.
I'd want a picture with him. I want an autograph from Bruno, Okay, so in here as well is the treatment table. Now, this is where the Betis players going to get their little rub downs, massages, etc. Manager Manuel Pellegrini, boo, Man City, disgrace cheat. Obviously, reminders of the things they've won, the things he's won, actually, to be fair. Copa del Rey last season, won the EFL Cup, because Man City won that pretty much every single season. Premier League, disgrace cheat. He won Serie A. Put respect on Manuel Pellegrini's name. Didn't realise he won that. Won in Chile as well. Big trophies, man. Big trophies. Look at this. All the different managers, I'm guessing, as well. So, yeah, look, Goose Hiddink there as well. Interesting. So this is where the players will, as I get the rub downs, these are the tactics. I tell you what. Is that the team? Is it the team? It's not, because Nabil Fekir's injured. So, yeah. But still, is it the team? Is it the team? Is it? And round here, this must be where the managers, I would assume, the coaching staff, you can see the coaching staff right there with Manuel Pellegrini, with his coaching staff and medical staff, etc., etc. This will be their area. Oh, could steal their shoes. Bet they're Manuel Pellegrini's boots as well. Look at that. Solid Mizuno's, old school. Put some of the Flex George on there. So we've got our badge here. This is where the Manchester United dressing room is situated. The Red Devils will be walking in. I have to say, actually, let's do it here. Wout Weghorst, Wout, watch your head, okay? I know you're tall. Don't hit your head off there. But this is what the Manchester United changing room is like. Let's take a little look. And, again, as away changing rooms go, you don't jazz them up. You've got to make the away team feel uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? It's spacious, though. There's enough in here. Treatment table, some of you are going to say don't touch that, because I'm going to put, bad luck on it. So I won't touch the treatment table. I don't want any Manchester United player to end up there, unless they're saying, I'm on fire. Can't believe I scored so many goals at halftime. Can you check that my legs are actually my legs? Just give me a little massage or something. So a couple of treatment tables here, but it's big, it's spacious, enough space for everyone. I don't want to hear anything that, it wasn't up to our standards. It's fine, yeah, we're 4-1 up. You need to be ready and prepared. But it is I think, how many times have we been to stadiums, Josh, and we say away team is kind of like leisure centre settings, like just, like we know in the school, when you go to school.
At least they painted it.
True, it's green, you know what I mean? It's a bit better than that. I think it was when we was in Australia, it could have been the cricket ground. Yeah, that was really like, this is like this.
It's not football, man.
Yeah, but still. But even other away changing rooms, they're just like, making sure they give you the bare bones, which is, that's the name of the game. You've got to make them feel uncomfortable. So through here is the shower area, of course, wash area. Yeah, team showers in here. Marcel's ice bath is here as well. And through there is the toilets. Don't need to show you that. And I think actually through this bit will be the coaches bit as well. This is where Eric Ten Hag and the coaching room, Steve McLaren, Quinton McCarthy will be sitting here as well. Big up Benny, Eric Ramsey, etc., etc. Obviously, that's the going to get the tactics board out. Formation. Ten Hag will be Ten Hagen on there. Big up Eric. I've made sure it's all here for you, Eric. This is basically what I'm doing. I'm making sure everything's here, and I'm going to report back to the club and say, don't worry, I've been there. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Look, little coffee machine. Got your coffee pods. Yeah, Eric. I mean, I was going to say cold night in Seville. It's absolutely baking hot. You won't need that, but no, I think Steve McLaren's a black tea man. Steve, here you go, mate. Little black tea. I can see Tomo. I think Tom Heaton's a black tea man. Legs crossed, black tea. So that's for you, Tomo. There you go, a little bit of a, an espresso machine, but a Cafe Imperiale, mate. Yes. And obviously the Powerade for all the players and plenty of water. Plenty of water. So guys, no excuses. I've checked the facilities. It's all good. Everything's fine. Let's go see the pitch. So the players will exit the dressing room at the Manchester United side, and they will take the short trip down this tunnel. This is not real grass, so don't slip, lads. Okay, it's it's very hard. It looks like grass, but it's not. And here at the Benito Villamarín. I need to get used to saying that. So yes, both teams will walk down here, and this will be the entrance to the pitch. Now, both those two sides are locked at the moment. I don't know if one team will go down that side and one team will go down that side, and maybe the officials in the middle, which would make sense. But they're going to take the short steps here, making sure not to fall over and injure themselves before the game. But it's very grand. And actually, I'm about to see it, and I haven't seen it yet. And I just feel like it's going to be very, very imposing, very pretty, very powerful, as they're going to walk out into a cauldron of noise here. Wow, it's like a whole foyer. It doesn't even feel like you're in a stadium. Wow. And here we are at pitch level inside the stadium, both dugouts. Wow. Oh, wow, we're really far back from the stands as well. Unbelievable. As you can see, what a stadium. The Benito Villamarín. Honestly, you can just tell it's going to be a cauldron of noise. And actually, it actually looks smaller than 60,000, I think. I think because it's quite enclosed, it's quite on top of you. It looks smaller than that. But what I will say is, I've seen, obviously, games of Betis, especially the one they played against Real Madrid. And this place was a cauldron of noise. I tell you what, I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I'm glad we're 4-1 up, because this is going to be a difficult atmosphere to manage. It is really a beautiful stadium, an iconic stadium, an old stadium. But if you just step up here, Josh, as well, we get to pitch level. And that is, look at the pitch. The pitch is absolutely perfection. That is carpet, which obviously you expect nothing less. But I'm not going to lie, it looks like a small pitch though. It looks, don't you think, Josh? It looks quite small. It's definitely smaller than Old Trafford in dimension. I'd be interested to see exactly what it is. What is even more interesting is that the safe standing, all on the upper tier, they've got railings that go all the way around. And we saw the work that Ian Sterling from Must, who sadly passed away recently, had been doing to get safe standing for a very long time, and help introduce it to Old Trafford as well. Because, across the continent, it really is something that is kind of industry standard in a lot of stadiums. And it's interesting to see literally the whole top tier and some of the middle tier as well, with the kind of safe standing where you can lean as well, choose to stand or sit, which is amazing. And actually the stand behind us, if you just go up to there, Josh, that is left from the old structure of the stadium. You can see that it's different to the rest as well. And the structure of it as well is something, it kind of looks like, obviously I know we're not in Rome, but it looks like the ancient kind of Rome's ancient times, stone, kind of cement, concrete, built out of that. So yeah, a really old iconic stadium. So this is the Man United bench. It's not even really a bench, really. It's a whole foyer. I like our dugout, Old Trafford, but I'll tell you what, for an old stadium, this is pretty comfy. I know we've got nice seats at Old Trafford, we do. But this is like being in the cinema, mate. This is like a whole row going all the way down. Ten Hag and the coaching team and whoever is on the subs bench tomorrow will be sitting here as well. They've got a great view of everything. To be fair, there's some little barriers there that are in the way right now, so obviously they won't be there. So you do obviously have a perfect view at pitch level, but there are like some steps that just come down that lead into this area. But honestly, as a technical area, well, I know that Ten Hag will be able to get up and get out of here, but as a technical area or subs bench area, it's massive. Look, if you turn around here, it goes all the way down to there. It's like a big open foyer. I've never actually seen anything like that. They're usually quite small. They probably haven't actually painted the technical areas on. We'll take a trip up to where the away end will be and get at the pitch level as well. We're going to take a trip across or around the pitch and show you where the away fans will be situated as well. I don't know if you can even, that lens, Josh, I don't know if it's lensing that far. Right up there where the white banner is. Right in the corner, right in the gods. Be interested to see what the view's like up there. Not as steep as the new camp, obviously, but still hella steep, hella steep. So there you have it, the Benito Villamarín in all its glory. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys have enjoyed the tour. Iconic stadium, real family club, a lot of history. And listen, yeah, we're in a good position to the tie. Yeah, 4-1 up, etc., etc. But here at United View, we like to take it that bit further, that step further. We want to step outside the box. Don't just do the normal, just do a preview and just say this is what's going to happen. Whenever we can, we like to bring you guys as close to the action as possible, whether that's home or away, for whatever it will permit us to do. So I hope you guys will like this video. Smash a like on the video if you do, and leave your comments in the boxes below. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I'm out of here. See you on match day. Peace.